My friend asked me if I wanted to start going to a CrossFit gym with her, and I was like, okay, what is that? And she was like, oh, it's a little bit of everything. There's some running, there's some lifting, and there's some cardio. And I was like, all right, whatever. So we came here, and I just kind of fell in love with it, and it's kind of addicting. You start doing it every single day, and it's like, oh, I have to take the day off because I have a big test tomorrow or something. But it's really just a passion of mine that I've gotten into now.
I started lifting weights in high school, back when I was right at the age that I guess people thought that lifting weights was bad for you. So right about 14 or 15 years old, I started lifting weights for sports. Really worked on sport-specific things because I was playing softball and I needed to be able to pitch and have all the range of motion at the same time. So that, and I continue to do sport-specific lifting up until now. Now I do all kinds of lifting. I get to do everything because I'm not really restricted for what my sport and calls for me to do.
I was really out of shape for a while, and I just wanted to get in shape, and somebody told me about CrossFit, and so I started doing it. But as I started doing it, I realized that that's not what it was about. It was about, you know, being better than you were before, not necessarily how your body looks, but just being better. And then obviously you do get more in shape, but it's different than what people think, as in being super skinny or being, you know, tall and having your ribs stick out or whatever it might be. It's muscles, and I think that's awesome because I'm strong just like every other girl should be.
I would say a lot of times in the society that girls are pressured to like look a certain way and act a certain way and dress a certain way, and if you can't, you know, fit that, then you know, don't fit in and people look at you differently. And so I guess I always kind of stood out to myself because I was like, whatever guys, bump that. I'm not doing the treadmill, I'm going to the weight section. And so I guess I can maybe be a role model to people that you don't have to always, you know, be the skinniest one out there and have the thigh gap. I don't have a thigh gap.
You know, for years, women have been like bottled up as delicate flowers. You know, put her in a cage and she's a pretty songbird. But I think now people are starting to admire, and men especially, are starting to admire that like grit and that determination that it takes to like be strong.
It is really empowering, so it makes me like really happy that there are people out there that think the same way that I do, and they want girls to be strong, not necessarily skinny. I like to gain weight. In fact, I've gained some lately, and it makes me feel good because I know that I'm going to be stronger because that weight is meant to be muscle. So I don't know. I just work for the weight, I guess.
I get kind of sad when I lose weight because I'm trying to lift and I'm trying to get stronger, and so that weight going up on the scale kind of means like I'm putting on some muscle. So it's just like exciting when we put on weight because we know like we're getting results, and our goals are to gain the weight so we can get stronger and do better in our competition and in our training. And so going up on the scale is a good thing for us.
Being playing softball and growing up and playing sports, and you know, lifting weights to supplement the sports, you know, until now that kind of is my sport. Everyone would always have comments of, oh, you're looking jacked, you're gonna be, you know, bench pressing your boyfriend, or all these crazy things. And I didn't really know how to take that because they attach like a manly stigma to it, and you know, I didn't want to be manly, but then again, I kind of liked that. Like, I think everyone that gets into CrossFit or into weightlifting kind of likes that like negative kind of connotation to it, because like honestly they obviously don't care or else they would have stopped, and two, like it's kind of like motivating them to push further. I think it's really cool that CrossFit specifically, people, you know, look the way they do, but the results that they're trying to get isn't how they look. It's what the numbers they're trying to reach or the competitions they're trying to win, and I think that's the coolest part. Arnold Schwarzenegger always said to people that said, oh, he looks gross, I don't want to look like him, and he always just said, well, don't worry, you never will, because it takes a lot more hard work than what you're seeing on the outside to create that.
Yeah, I really like to go out and sometimes, you know, wear like a tank top or whatever and try to show off my shoulders or something. He's like, yeah, I worked hard for this, check this out, you know, even though it's not that big yet. It'll get there.
I want to continue to compete, but I really just want to get stronger. And I think that it'll help me with competitions, and I think that it'll help me mentally and physically, and I just want to be stronger.